Teamwork can be fun and energizing, but also draining and conflict-ridden. It can really bring out the best in you, but also the worst in you. Midway through my semester, my memory started to deteriorate, and that was a really difficult time, not just for myself, but also for the colleague that I was working with. So this project was all about teamwork, and when things didn't go so smoothly, it weighed heavy on my mind for a long time. Some of you might have gone through a similar experience before, and if you're a bit like me, it might have also led you down a spiral of disbelief and shame. It really took me quite some time to regain my confidence and turn that experience into an empowering one. In hindsight, I can tell you that poor teamwork has taught me more than any smooth teamwork ever did, because it's always the difficult situations that make us wiser and that lead us towards our truth. So if you're still hanging on to some kind of bad teamwork experience in the past, then this episode might be exactly what you're looking for. First of all, I want you to know that whatever mistake you made in the past or whatever mistakes your colleagues made, it doesn't matter. On a grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It's the past, and the past cannot be changed, but you can learn from it. And that is the key, to learn from your past experiences, to look back, analyze what exactly went wrong, why you felt the way you felt in certain key moments, and take all of that knowledge into the now and look forward with more wisdom and do it differently next time. Truth is that each and every person is actually your teacher. It's like your mirror, which means you can learn something from everyone. So if you're having some trouble at work or at school with a coworker or a colleague, my advice really is to see that as an opportunity to grow, to see it as your best education, because everything that is placed in your life is for you to grow through it. You're meant to master it. The universe always has the exact lessons and experiences for you that lead you towards your truth. It's nothing more than a lesson. And once you learn and master that lesson, the lesson will stop showing up. So be thankful for the good and the bad teamwork experiences, as they really show you who you are and how you can improve. School is the place where you can still make mistakes without major consequences. And maybe it's not so much about doing things right, but actually doing things wrong first. Experiencing bad teamwork so that you can learn your lessons and engage in future collaborations where you bring out the best in each other. I really believe that it's always about this duality, about experiencing the yin and the yang, to see where you are, to see who you don't want to be, and therefore who you want to be. Now, it's important to understand that at the core of any kind of teamwork always lies one thing, and that is communication. So, poor teamwork, poor communication. Successful teamwork, good communication. It's easy to communicate well and to be empathetic and to listen when things go smooth. But how you react to triggering experiences, such as where there's a lot of money and time pressure involved, or on the building site, or with difficult clients and other third parties, how you react in those situations is the ultimate test of your character. Now, I'd like to share with you some lessons of communication that I've learned along the way and that have helped me put certain things into perspective. Number one, be honest with yourself. If you think you've made a mistake, or if you haven't communicated properly, it's okay. It's okay to mess up, but own up to it, It's never about pointing your finger at other people's mistakes, but it's about actively taking responsibility for your own actions and reflecting how you actually contribute to your experiences. Try to acknowledge your mistakes and actions, take credit for them, apologize, and discuss future scenarios and how you can improve that in the future. Secondly, and that's an important one. Don't take things personally. It's really important to understand that the way other people treat you really has nothing to do with you, but it's a reflection of them, you know? There's a difference between giving and receiving feedback, but only in a loving and peaceful manner, you know? So the tone really makes the music. Thirdly, speak with integrity. Only say what you mean, and even in the most pressuring and challenging situations, use your word only in the direction of truth and love, to cite Don Miguel Ruiz in his 4 agreements. And fourthly, don't assume. If there's something you don't understand 100%, don't be afraid to ask and express what you really want and need. Especially in teamwork situations, there's a high chance to misunderstand each other. So really find the courage to express who you are and communicate as clearly as you can, because your ideas and feelings, they count. Now, why is communication so important for us architects? I really believe that collaboration is the key for the future of architecture, and the key of any successful collaboration is good communication. The architecture industry and its work culture will change completely over the next few decades due to the 4th industrial revolution. So what we as architects and designers really need to learn is how to communicate and collaborate well. More than ever before, we'll need to work with people from different generations and backgrounds, embrace diversity and inclusion, embrace disagreements and discussion, but most importantly, adapt quickly to different sets of professionals. While at architecture school, we mainly get taught the traditional hard skills, but what will actually determine the success of any kind of project or organization in the future are the soft skills that you don't learn at architecture school, the so-called non-cognitive skills that form the base of emotional maturity. And this is exactly what architecture school doesn't teach you is all about. Now, what could successful collaboration look like when it's done well? So if we see the architectural process as a pyramid, you know, normally architects see themselves as central decision makers on top. But actually, for really conscious and inclusive designs to happen, they need to move towards facilitative leadership, which means that they need to hop off the top, you know, and go to wherever they need it and let someone else up there, like the local community, you know. So in that way, each team member becomes an equal co-creator in the process. The truth is, if architects don't learn how to collaborate well, they will become marginalized or even irrelevant. And as the entire nature of architecture is changing, the question arises, what will the role of an architect be? You know, what will it mean to be an architect? Will the term architect still exist? And will it mean the same thing as it means today? Now, these questions are all worth considering, but most importantly, we as architects and architecture students, we're not the ones to take a back seat and watch what's gonna happen. We are actually fully responsible for what we want architects to be and do. Slowly but surely, we're all waking up so that we realize we are in the driver's seat, and we've always been. Now, question to you, do you think you are honest with yourself? Do you speak with integrity? Do you take things personal? And do you assume? Or if you're currently involved in any kind of teamwork or collaboration, if there's something you don't 100% understand, have the courage to ask, to express who you are, because it does feel good. Now, thanks folks for watching and being part of my journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have something to say, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join our community on Instagram at What a School Does Not Teach You. I'm delighted to share my journey with you, to speak my truth. That's why I do this with What Architecture School Does Not Teach You. My name is Ines Hemmings, and I hope to see you next time.